What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're diving into day 3 of my free-to-play challenge, where I take a free-to-play account from scratch and try to build up to an account where I can build a fairly competitive MTG arena deck without spending any money. The only methods I'm using are just methods that any free-to-play player can do in MTG arena, which are outside of playing the game, just additional free pack codes that are available online. So other than that, it's definitely an interesting challenge so far. It is definitely a grind. I will say that for a free-to-play player, there's a lot of grinding that is involved to really build up a currency enough to then build something. For the most part, I mean, the challenge has been going fairly well. The one thing to note here is I actually went ahead. I did open some of my older packs, which kind of increased our amount of wildcards we currently have. We do have 4,975 gold. I do have 180 gems, which is kind of weird. I opened a pack of one of them. If I still have the clip somewhere, I actually hopefully we get good stuff. We get our progress. Okay, didn't get anything beneficial there. We're gonna go to the end. We're gonna open all on the Theros now. We get one additional rare wild card. We did get gems. They gave me gems because I don't know. It said I had the full set, and it was like here's gems as a reward. Not really sure what that entails, which is definitely interesting. Outside of that, we did get some rare wild cards, so we're now up to 4 rare wild cards. We have 9 uncommons and 13 common wild cards. Definitely getting closer and closer. Every wild card counts, especially when we're trying to build a competitive deck. I think we're gonna need probably around 20 rare wild cards really to build a pretty decent one. And same thing with uncommons, because uncommons are the next best cards. And then mythics aren't as crazy of a need, just because not a lot of a lot of the more budget friendly competitive decks aren't super heavy in mythic wild cards. But if we were looking to build something a little bit more competitive, like I can't really think of the decks off the top of my head. There are decks that do require a lot of mythic wild cards as well. Other than that, we did get our bonus 750 daily quests, which actually I didn't have to roll. I still have my roll. As you can see here, I have my little swirly. This is definitely very good because we just need to cast 30 blue or black spells. Our jump in it deck currently is a blue white deck, so we'll definitely get there. It'll take a little bit of time, but over probably the course of the 15 wins I need to get today, we will definitely probably finish that relatively quickly in a few games. We do reset on our daily wins. If you're wondering, like, do I need to really do the 15 daily wins? If you've seen, the couple days so far that I posted, you really don't. I mean, the really benefit you get after, I believe, 6 wins is I think you probably only get like a couple hundred extra gold. Maybe instead of getting like 450 or 500, I feel like it works out to be for the first 5 wins. The rest is maybe an extra 200 gold. You're not really losing out on much, because after that it becomes every other level is like a bonus card, and then it's actually mastery XP. So you're not really missing out if you're not completing your daily win wheel. Your weekly win wheel is definitely pretty good. It does give you bonus mastery XP. For the most part, there's no gold involved, I don't think. But that's good because it still unlocks your free rewards on the mastery pass. At the time of recording, we still do have 5 days in the New Capenna Mastery Pass. So if you're watching this video and it's after July 7th, this will update into the Baldur's Gate one, which is unfortunate for a standard free-to-play challenge, just because those Baldur's Gate packs we'll get on the free-to-play tier aren't going to help out for this challenge. But yet again, the benefit of those packs is that we'll get them and we'll be able to use them for wild cards, hopefully, which is definitely going to be the plus there. Still waiting for this to unlock. We still have 2.5 hours until it unlocks, and I can do the next challenge to get the next dual deck. I did actually go ahead and unlock the dual blue-white deck. I'm not sure what the third deck up is, but I did do the challenge of playing red or green spells to do this one. Which is definitely pretty cool. I'm hoping that, it's going to involve playing blue and white, and because our spirit deck is blue and white, so hopefully we can use our spirit mechs deck to unlock the next deck without actually having to play this deck, just because playing these starter decks in the play queue or even the rank queue isn't the greatest experience. I'll be quite honest, when I really just unlocked this deck, it really wasn't the most enjoyable content to watch, because I just played this Savage Lands deck, and I was just really playing spells without the intent, really not trying to win. I was just trying to do my best to play as many spells as possible, just because it helped the ticker go up quicker and just try to get it out of the way. But it's definitely one of those things. These decks definitely feel their age now that the standard has evolved to a point where it's a full standard. And these decks do feel a little bit less powerful. I haven't tried them in the alchemy queue just because I don't know how these decks fare against alchemy decks, but it's definitely something to maybe check out maybe when I try to do the next challenge or two, just to kind of see how these decks fare in alchemy, since all the starter decks have been switched over by default to alchemy decks, and then you can play them in standard if you want, as long as they don't have any alchemy cards in them. So it's definitely one of those things to check out, maybe see if that is a little bit better. But with that out of the way, I just got to do the daily wins first. And I'm going to try something a little bit different. I'm probably going to record all of the games, but I'm going to clip out to the point of the games where I get the victory and just kind of do a little montage of all the victories pop up, and then we'll jump in and we'll kind of talk about what's next. If there's anything I'm thinking about or leaning towards, we can talk about that once we kind of get an idea of how much currency I'll have after the 15 daily wins. All right, and we're back. It was quite the grind today, I'll be quite honest. It took me about 4-ish hours so far to just grind out my daily wins, which was kind of a challenge, I would say. I wasn't as successful today. I did lose a few times, got matched up against some pretty good jump in decks, which was definitely a challenge. But we did get to our 15 wins. We did max out for the day. We actually, in the process of playing our jump-in challenge, I did unlock the third starter deck. I actually have no idea what the third one is. I know which 10 there are. I just don't know which order you unlock them. So we're going to dive in and take a quick look. So we did unlock the treasure hunt starter deck. So tomorrow we'll have to play either black or red when that pops up for our daily challenge for the next starter deck. We did get up to level 9 on the mastery pass. So we are inching closer and closer to getting an additional pack. If we can somehow make it to rank 15 by next Thursday, we'll have enough mastery orbs to get an avatar for one of the new Capenna families, which is definitely a good thing, I think. I did do a poll, if you guys haven't seen it, for what sleeves I should put on my cards, as I did get some free sleeves with the cosmetic codes that were available online. I do believe I linked it in the post when I had the vote. But overall, the challenge has been interesting. We are getting to that point. You know, I have 6,400 gold, and we're kind of like, maybe when we get closer to 10,000, maybe that's when we think about whether or not we want to jump into a draft or something like that. I'm unsure if I'll get to 10,000 before it resets. I think we may be close, but overall, I still think the progress is going good. While we're still here, we'll kind of roll you know, our daily quest here, see which one we get to go in for tomorrow. I'm not going to try to complete it today. I'd rather leave it here if we don't get a good one to re-roll it tomorrow. So let's see what we get. All right. It's an easy one. It's a 500 play 25 lands, nothing super complicated. I'm on the possibility of possibly re-rolling our jump in deck. I'm not saying like I'm getting like bored of it. It's just one of those things. Like maybe I should change it up so I'm not playing the same thing. But guys, let me know what you guys think so far of this challenge. You know, your feedback is definitely helpful for this challenge, just because this is the first thing I'm kind of doing like a big old like let's play throughout the month of July. It's something that I'm trying to figure out how to make interesting. Is there things you guys want to see in these videos? Do you have guys some questions for me? Leave them down in the comments below. And if you like the video, hit that like button. It definitely helps out a lot. And if you're new here, you want to post new videos on the channel like this one here, hit that subscribe button. And until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Just want to give a special shout out to the channel members here on my YouTube channel. You can also become a channel member yourself down below the video, hitting that join button. It definitely helps out a lot, and I just appreciate you guys for your support.